Hi, sorry about the poor video quality here. Haven't got my new cameras yet, but I'm going to unload this kiln. I'm excited. I hope that we have some success. Can't think of what else to say, except I got some gloves on because the temperature is still 173, but let's stop messing about, get right into it. Let's see. Look, the dog's on the. That's funny. Dog on table. She is always seeking out the sun. Ooh. I think most of this kiln is going to be blue with all our Silverado pots. I'm going to pull the things out of here and then walk over and put them on the table where the dog is. But you can see what I do here. I put this gloss on the inside, which is the same glaze as the outside, just different chemistry. Then I use this surf over the top. Ooh, got a little heavy-handed on the application there. Pretty good. Some ran more than others. Mm, Probably. And one green one. Oh, I like that a lot. Put these on the table. With the cutie pop. Right. Back. I've been doing with this glaze called lava. And then I'm trying to get some shiny glazes on the inside. So you can see lava, then this kind of gold color. Looks pretty good. These are little gifts, little tags that I put inside of every order. And my wonderful partner, Wendy, helps me make these. I got these. So we go over and set these down. I love that you're, it's a pottery dog. That's cute. Next, I've got these. Here's the pyrometric cone. Looks like it did not get all the way into cone 5. It should be built bit down a little longer. It's at a 5-minute hold, so maybe a bit longer. But I know the bottom of the kiln gets hotter, so I suppose it's sort of a balancing act. Let's see what else we have here. Ooh, I see some glaze tests and a blue bowl. Wow, that's fun. I like that. Oh, a tiny little bit of miss. That picture looks pretty good. Oh yeah, pictures. Snoozing dog. I'm interrupting your nap. Oh yes, I'm pretty excited about this blue. I wanted something that was something between, I like the green too, but something between gloss and matte. Semi-gloss maybe. because it took cutlery marks. Like if you ran a knife over it, not that you would on a picture, but just, I guess, if it takes a mark, that means it potentially could bonk into something and then there could be like a little gash on there. Oh, I love this new new grain with manganese instead of iron. Whoa, that's wild. That's a high manganese gold glaze that I've been working on. This one has that lava on the bottom. And I put some stain in this one so it would turn more gray. Some, some pictures. Well, so far, it's a very exciting firing. These are the glazed samples, and usually I just kind of give them a quick look, and then I just leave them on the table for half a day and investigate the results and see what I got. How are you? Yeah. And these are some tools that I made for stamping the logo on the bottom. I found a pretty good recipe for making my own kiln stilts. If anybody wants it, be happy to send it over to you. Simple recipe. Whoa, look at that wild bull. Holy hot dogs. Oh, it ran onto this kiln shelf. Oh, that's a bummer. Way too much. Look how much it dripped. That might destroy that kiln shelf, but I really like the inside. That's the first time I've done that in this kiln. I do have a special bit for the grinder that I can take that down. But sometimes what I found is if you do it, it gets into the matrix of the shelf and ends up kind of destroying it. These, I'm really trying to get these crystals. I don't know if you can see that, but on crystals. And now what I actually really, really want is white glaze with gold crystals. And this is just a tiny bit getting hot on my hands, but I'm excited to dig into that a bit further. See if there's any. Goes over here. And then this next test batch, I think I added manganese, no, nickel. And this is welded to the shell. This has like various amounts of nickel. That's cool. Various amounts of copper. Some exciting results. We'll set this to the side and it's sort of a bummer that I damaged that shelf. That's about $40 each. What just bugs me, when I make mistakes that I shouldn't have made. Oh, here's some colanders. These are fun. Let's set this to the side. Get the old grinder out and ooh, that looks cool. Wow, look at the way it runs down. Interesting. Manganese. Pretty. I wasn't so sure about these because I don't have enough glaze right now to dip them in a bucket. So I'm spraying them on and then using a paintbrush to apply glaze in the holes. Pretty good. Nice looking mug. Up there. Digging around in the bush. Finger mark. Ooh, wild. Very cool. Wow, very cool. Mug pictures. This will be the first time I can put the pictures on the website. Hey, Tom. Hi, Leah. Yeah, I was just unloading this kiln. I haven't attempted to record outside before. So I wanted to experiment, but I realized that I don't have a spot that's kind of showing my face. Which I wonder if it just makes it kind of boring. Oh yeah, the little mini pictures. I forgot about these. I did a series of different shapes using these kind of little, I don't know what you'd call these little syrup pitchers, I guess. But I did a variety of different shapes. Same glaze, same clay. I'm looking for like a creamer, I guess you might call it. Sort of fun. I'll go put these on the table out here. Um, Tom, thanks for joining us, man. What I've unloaded so far, we're on a big bowl, some mini bowls, and then guys, super fun. They really in the in, I, in almost every fire that I do right now, I test. So I for it has gold. Unfortunately, I don't see. I've got I think I've got white. It'll be impossible to see, but there are some like and then on someone like that, I guess underneath is so continue to test. That's kind of Usually on these, I just let them sit for a day and then I come back and really nerd out on them. I like the blue crystals. That looks pretty good. All right, let's get the rest of these babies out of there. Oh, thanks for saying that, Leah. Yeah, I can tell you that for the past year, I had to develop a strategy for unloading the kiln because frequently it was happening all the time. Thousands of pots I was throwing away, not thousands, 1,000. And so I had this like post firing depression. That's This is one variant of the glaze, and then that's another variant. I think this one's tinted with iron, and this one's manganese, a little darker. But I really like this green. Big fan of it. And I've only had one epic, we'll call it amateur failure in this fire, which I'm glad you were here to see. It is just applying the glaze tooth. Yeah, post-firing depression. Yes, exactly right, Leah. You know, you put so much time, energy, and money into every single pot. You know, each mug takes an hour to make from throwing the pot. And I'm not, some pot, but it takes a ton of time to, and so then I had major issues with glazing. The glaze would crawl, it would bubble. So it's really exciting now to be seeing things come out of the kiln that they just look how I intended them to look. Feels awesome. Surprising to me too much fits in that kiln. I'll I'll put this together in a fast motion. Let's see if I can. Well, I think I've done. I've learned something in this stream that I need a third option because what I really want to do is go back to the table, but then I couldn't see the chat, so I might just have to shoot it separately as a video and then learn my lesson. Some really good pots came out of this. Yay. Yeah. Even this one that kind of like you can see the bottom, it ran off onto the shelf. The inside looks super cool. So I'm going to just grab this laptop and move it onto the table. So I'm going to switch everything back to the intro That way I'm not being rude and like moving the camera. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. Gotta move this camera. So much of this is brand new for me that I wanted to, if it's all right with you, show you a couple of these, maybe a close up. This picture, maybe a mug might be a better example, but the what I love about these is the this matte surface on the outside is it feels nice. So when you grab it by the handle, it just has uh, a tactile experience that just feels, I don't know, is it secure, I guess you could say. In the sun, it's kind of glaring, but then on the inside, of course, it's gloss, but it's the same glaze. This one just has a lot less silica in it, and it crystallizes and turns matte. And then I use the same surf over the top of everything. And then basically the same kind of strategy for the mugs and with the green. So it's a low silica, high alumina matte on the outside, just so soft and feels wonderful in your hand. Good, thick, comfortable handle right in the middle so that when it's full of liquid, it's not weighing heavy on your fingers. Of course, dishwasher cutouts. And then gloss, same glaze, but gloss on the inside. And what I try to do is calculate that everything can stack. Sorry about that. I try to make everything so it can stack. Makes it easier in the cabinet. But this then you can see is kind of where I am limited right now. So I only have the two color variations. I have the blue and then I have the green. So I have blue and green colanders, blue and green bowls, and then uh, blue and green cups, which are not in this firing. But then I do have these, which are sort of an experiment in form and shape. Let's see. This one here. Oh, thank you for saying that, Mandy. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here. It was kind of rainy last week, but this is the joy of Southern California where it's like 75 degrees out today. That looks kind of nice. Compared to this one, which has a more roundy hip. So if you compare those two, this one's like more square down here, this one's more round. Not stackable, but I think I think that's okay. And then this actually is the same shape as the cup. Same shape as the cup, just has a spout. So maybe that's cheating. I'm not sure. Move these out of the way. And then this one is similar to that one, or hippie. I'm not sure. I guess this one. Maybe I don't know if I like that strong edge there. Maybe that one. Oh, I could send it to you, Mandy. So kind of crawled a bit. Well, I'm pretty happy with this fire. I'm excited to kind of dig into these glazes too. I've had such an odd relationship with glaze. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. That has, see if it'll focus. So I'm gonna tilt the camera down if it'll let me, because I think you might be interested in seeing what I'm trying to do is there are these crystals growing inside of the glaze. And like I was mentioning earlier, I'm trying to get these gold gold crystals. See if they'll show up. It's hard to see because it's white. Maybe if I put a shadow over it. Yeah. See what I mean? There's like there's crystals growing in it. Yeah, these are all tests that I am conducting to get firstly, glazes need to fit our clay. Sorry about the helicopters going over the top. But if I swap this one in here, you can kind of see maybe what I was getting at here is um, w- one of them is more has more of a clear base. Sorry, the sun has just come in and has brightened my shot here. Maybe if I, but no gold ones. Um, this one, and I'm not even sure if I should try to get it, but this one has one little tiny gold crystal up here in the top. They're really hard to get. Mostly the crystals form where areas are thick, but oh, look at this one. This one is pretty darn cool. This is like a green with blue crystals. That's pretty fun. Oops, where am I? In general, you just get like a white glaze with nothing. Yeah. Well, I think what I'm going to do next is work on taking pictures of everything and then posting everything on the website. the mugs are on there right now, and the everyday bowls, the mini bowls are on there, but no colanders, no pitchers yet, no no mini pitchers, and none of these are little one-offs. But the drippy glaze on the bottom of that thing is so cool. Oh, thanks, Leah. Yeah, the glaze. Um, why was I throwing it away? I feel like the glaze has to perform as much or has to contribute as much to the pot as the form. So if I just have a plain white mug, it's really not delivering on all legs of the stool. And so that's the challenge, I think, is to make forms that are interesting and then have glazes that are compelling and just draw people in because we use our pots. You know, they're not just to look at. They are a um, an interaction that we have every day. And I think if we can augment that interaction so that you have like a wonderful tactile experience and a pleasant experience when you touch your lip to this, and a good visual experience and a nice light pot, one that is easy to get in and out of the dishwasher, you know, all of those things, like you begin to love this pot more and more the more you use it. And if it doesn't deliver on one of those legs, then I just couldn't feel good about saying that it was mine. And anyway, so that's why I was tossing them. And also, I think that's why now I can feel pretty confident in what I'm doing is because I'm proud of it. I think it looks really good, and I believe that anybody who chose to buy one of these or was able to use one would agree that they're just better than the IKEA mug, which is beautiful, you know, well designed, but it just lacks the handmade component of it. Well, I'll be honest, I don't regret. I mean, it was sad to throw them away, but I don't regret getting rid of them because they were not good. Um, compared to these, they looked like, you know, high school pots. Just not interesting, you know. They didn't have the runny bits and the matte bits, and they were just plain white. Or like I was showing you the other day, there were crazes, like cracks in the pot that would absorb coffee and create a stain. Um, just couldn't accept it. We did take 500 pots up to Santa Cruz and sell them all for $2 at a sale at a college, and that was pretty fun. I haven't counted these pots, but it looks like maybe 60, and that feels pretty good. 60 good pots out of one firing. I'm excited. We've got some friends coming over this weekend, and ooh, good question, Leah. These I have worked and worked and worked. So you see these tests here. I have done, this will be my third or my fourth time where I take these and I just line them all up just like this, and it covers the whole table. And I do that amount of glaze testing, I think it's 3 times a year. So I'm always doing this many glaze tests, and they just build and build and build. And when I was testing these matte glazes, a lot of it was testing for shivering because these have to fit very well in order to be safe. And these do fit very well. So I'm happy to say no shivering, and so far very little crazing. Crazing is frequent on this top glaze. because when I apply it, I just put it down to the first bump right here on the handle, and then in the fire, it melts and moves on its own. And that's how each one of them can be different. Same thing on the pitcher. You can see I just dip it down to here and it runs the rest of the way on its own. Well, um, yeah, heck of a firing. Thank you so much for being here. And I look forward to any critique. And this was not a great stream. I will improve. I've got some new cameras coming tomorrow, and I'll do better about making making them look how they ought to look. Yeah, some I what I've learned, Leah, about glazes is that glazes only run for three reasons. They either are overfired, so the temperature was too hot for that particular glaze. They were too thick, which was the case on this one, just way, way, way too thick. And then overfired and too thick, which, is a third element. So we can play with different amounts of flux and boron to get our glazes to melt and run more. And that's what I did with the surf glaze. Yeah, yeah, the shading. I think you're absolutely right. It's going to be really important to get that. Wonder if I can use my phone camera. That one looks better. But that, yeah, the surf glaze has a lot more boron compared to the matte. But this is the one that I'm kind of interested in. This iron, you can see the crystals growing in the base. This is just overfired a bit. Um, and these are the tests that I'm doing of that. Ooh, rating at 40. Yowzers. Schnauzers. That is gold. Phone camera. Yeah. I think too, like you were saying, if I can just plan it for the right time of day where there's not so much washout from the sun, it'll look better. I've got some friends coming over this weekend, and he's kind of an expert at technology, so I'm hoping that he'll help me get some of this sorted out. Uh, oh, the rain. Yeah. Ooh, dusk. That's a great idea. I just streamed it now because I was so excited. Yeah, the kiln was cool enough, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna get in there and see what's in there. I was pretty excited for it. And my email is hello@thegoodspottery.com. Got in the chat. Yep. And then if for any reason you wanted to purchase any of these things, no pressure at all. But there is a 30% off code, guinea pig, because because I am so new at all of this. The website is not complete. I don't have the plates on there yet. I don't have the colanders, the pictures, but I do have some things, and I was just wanting to make sure that if you had any interest, that they were discounted for you because I am so grateful for all the support. Yeah, guacamole. Y'all have any plans for the weekend? Anything interesting going on? Yeah, yeah. You're the guinea pig. And thank you. And thank you so much. Yeah. Missed out some. Gosh, I love this one. The outside of this one looks so cool to me. Fun. This is so great. I'm excited to not have a case of post-firing depression. It's great. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know you had a corgi. Oh, so nice to have a handy father-in-law. Mm, yes. Get out for a coffee. Love that. Good. Hey, Longbeard, you are watching a kiln unloading, and for not the first time, but I will say that for a long time before this, I had post-firing depression. I was I was constantly unloading. Here, I can turn this scene so you can see a little bit. I was constantly unloading the kiln and experiencing, uh, just a bummer, because it just didn't look right. The pots did not look right. So we just unloaded these pots here. Let me zoom this in a little bit so you can see. Wow, sorry. And these are the ones that just came out of the kiln today. Had some pictures, blue and green, colanders. Whoa. Some little mini pitchers, kind of like for syrup, creamer, mugs, mugs in blue and green. I only have two glazes right now. No kidding. 40-year potter. What's her name? I'd love to check her out if she's around on the old YouTubers. Have you ever tried it? The pottery? My dad was also a potter. 40-year potter. I've been doing it for 25 years. I'm excited to hit 40 years. It's a journey. I feel like after 25 years, I am still pretty new at this. Oh, thanks. Yeah, the wind chime. The winds pick up here every day at about 2 o'clock. Oh, not on YouTube. No doubt. It is hard. It's hard now. Although the throwing gets way easier. I can make the pots pretty consistently, but it was the glaze, the molecular chemistry with the glaze that really got me. I was showing Mandy and Leah earlier some glaze tests that I've been working on. Uh, one of the goals that I have is to make a white glaze with gold crystals growing in it. And unfortunately, I was not successful in this fire, but I did get some blue crystals to grow in one of the tests there. You can kind of see that. And then I did get some white crystals, but no gold. I was having a hard time getting these to focus earlier. Yeah, that's not working at all. Sorry. And then this weird combination, which is like a green with blue crystals in it. Focus, focus, enhance, enhance. If I would stop moving, it could probably do it. Nope. Sorry, I am trying my best. Suggest it like that. Sort of. Maybe I can hold it up here. This is more shaded. That's worse. Make candy when you were a kid. Yes, Mandy, the Santa Ana wins, no doubt. Oh my goodness. I think everyone in this chat is a big fan of sweets. We had a nice chat yesterday about ice cream. I'm going to try one more time, Longbeard, for these glazes. I'm going to move the camera down and I'm going to try to get it to focus on this. Yes, yes, that seemed to work. So you can kind of see what I'm going for here, those crystals. I see people here, Leo, taking cats for walks. That's a great question about Riverside. Um, I we just moved here. Let's see, how does this go? During COVID, we knew we wanted to move to California, and so we rented some houses and kind of had some a look around. But the big hang up for us was me quitting my job, and so I think it was a year ago Christmas. So it's been a year and a month that I was done with work. Um, but we bought the house 3 years ago. So we owned it for 2 years and then I quit. And I was kind of commuting back and forth before then. And we still have our house in Washington. So we live there when it's too hot here. So we try to split the time. Um, but yeah, we are new to Southern California. We lived in Washington most of our adult lives and kind of sick and tired of the rain and the darkness. Yeah, Longbeard, man of mystery. Really? 49 years in Cal, you lucky guy. I love it here. Expensive, but the only thing I have to do to remind myself how much I love it is go to Washington in the winter. Here's another blaze I want to show you. If I can get it to focus, maybe with a shadow. See the crystals grow inside of there. They're made with zinc. So fun. I really want those, basically that exact thing, but I want the underglaze to be white, the base, and then the crystals to be gold. Harder than it looks. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Leah, about the other aspects, the fires and but I actually have found California from where I live to be more conservative than Tacoma, where we also live. You know, maybe it's just neighborhoods or the people you're around. Yeah, I think the cities definitely have a strong political leaning, and than where we are out here in the suburbs. It's kind of a different experience. But you know, you get people everywhere. No doubt. I am too. Just keep voting. That's all I'm doing. I do want to know something crazy. No way. No way. Mandy said, want to know something crazy? My mom lives in San Diego and was in a friend group that hung out with my dad's friend groups, but they didn't meet until 2010. That's amazing. Huh. Hmm. Yeah, it's funny how you, depending on where you are in your life, the people you're around might have an influence on you or not. And then all of a sudden you are looking at the same person that you've been looking at for a long time and you just see them in a new way. These are kind of fun. Like I was saying at the beginning, I don't know if you went over here or not, but I'm working with this glaze here. It's got a lava texture to it. Not food safe, obviously, but um, you could use them because you know the lava texture is just on the outside, nice and shiny on the inside. It's kind of fun. Still am partial just to the all gold. That looks kind of cool to me. Yeah. Yep. An ashtray would work very well as an ashtray. I was trying to make some one-off bowls. You know, pots that aren't so geometric like the everyday bowls that you would kind of need to stack. Something that could be, yeah, you know, on the side table or at your desk. And you could put things in it or use it as an ashtray. It would work really well for that. It needed something more, you know, some texture there that you can't put on just a everyday bowl. That's a great idea. Steins. Gosh, these mugs are about big enough to be a stein. I think they're a 20-ounce mug. They're healthy size. I kind of have sausages for fingers, but you can kind of see how big they are. But I could make you some bigger ones. This is just 1 pound of clay. I threw some last week with like 1.4 pounds, but it's so ridiculous because they turn into like a pitcher. They're just how much beer can you really put in there? This would hold almost, yeah, it would easily hold 1 can of beer. But if you wanted to put like a 22 or a 24-ounce can in there, we could do something larger. Yeah, yeah, with some no, what is that called? It's called ribbon candy. Oh yeah, huge stein. Love that. One of my favorite neighbors going by. It's got a convertible BMW. Big fan of music. It's always blasting it when he goes by. Usually something good. So you just get like a little 10 seconds of awesome. Yeah. Well, Leah, I'd love to see your knitting work as well. Cute. Live, laugh, love. There's some hummingbirds flying around. So pretty. That's very accommodating of you, Longbeard. Yikes. That's a crazy glaze over there. You can tell it's a Friday. Beard tickles. Fry-yay. Exactly. Fry-yay. Well, I have, like I mentioned earlier, done a poor job planning this stream, so I also did not plug in my laptop, and it's given me the final countdown. But I do want to just end by saying thank you so much. I continue to learn how it is to do YouTube streams and to be an engaging person. And I just always want to set a goal of asking questions, and I want to do better doing that in the future. Thank you so much. Thank you, Leah. Thank you, Longbeard. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, Tom, for being here. I am going to have a great weekend. I hope you all do as well. Got some friends coming in who are actually our neighbors from Tacoma. They just live right next door, and they have a little baby, so they're coming down. And I'm really excited to see them and show them these pots. Perfect timing. So I will plan on seeing you all. Oh, Longbeard, I will check you out, man. I would love to take any advice that you would give. YouTube channel. Subscribe. No crafts. Well, I will definitely check out your next stream or video, Longbeard. Thank you for being here. Um, seem like a really great guy, so I can't wait to talk to you more. And Leah and Mandy, I don't know if you could tell, but I tried making some like transitions, like that one, and then I don't have one of those yet. So I guess I'll just say thank you and goodbye. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and we'll catch up with you next week. And um, can't wait to chat with you all again soon. Oh, great. Leah and Longbeard got connected. Perfect. Yeah, nice to meet you too. Have a great weekend, everybody. Cheers.